Okay, says we're live. Hello, welcome. Um, Happy Wednesday. Happy last Wednesday of the month. No, wait, is that true? Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry, again, I have forgotten that I have already switched over my dry erase calendar. So when I look up for reference, I'm looking at April. But yes, it is the last Wednesday of the month. So hello for that day. Hopefully we can make it a writing day. Sorry, flyaways and all that. Anyway, and mirroring in the camera, and still not figuring. After doing this, how many times? I don't know. I still have not figured out necessarily, like, if I'm looking at myself in the depiction from StreamYard, like the mirroring throws me off sometimes. Anyway, first thing I've got to do today is move around some scenes because I have figured out that they are not working where they are. I think I can still use them. I think they would just be better, like, sooner for pacing situations. So I'm going to be moving some scenes around and seeing how I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to start with. And then I'll be editing once I have figured out whether or not I like them in the new spot. Which hopefully I do. I think I will, but always a question. Yeah, fun times. So I have put the poll up in the chat in terms of which Alchemy Lab you would be interested in, like which one you would rather have. So let me pull this up so I can show it off. I've not figured out a better way to do this other than like opening up the photo itself and then sharing that photo. I don't know if I can upload it into, I could upload it into branding but I don't know. Anyway, so which Alchemy Lab would you choose? On the left is the one with astrolabe, and on the right is the ones with the potions. So which Alchemy Lab would you prefer? That is the poll of the day. Like yesterday, I'm going to leave this poll up until the end of the second sprint, so that we can have a chance to really get the votes in. Yesterday, the Forest of Knowledge won. Today, which will be the winner, potions or astrolabe? Anyway, that is the poll from the thumbnail. But yeah. I guess if you're watching this on the replay, you can vote in the comments because I don't think the poll is open for the replay. Anyway, let me say hello. Diamond says, hey everyone, good afternoon. Hope your day is going really well for you. You're working on your texting stories, a new one with a CEO billionaire story. And then you're going to be working on a rebel one next. That's fun. And if I remember right, you were doing these for Vela. Is that correct? I may be mistaken in that, but I think I remember you mentioning that. Monique says, I'm working on the sequel to my ex's vampire called Drama of the Undead. Ooh. What is the name of that? There was a really funny series that I read a long time ago. I think I kept one of them, maybe. I think the first one was Undead and Unwed. At least that was the one that comes to mind immediately. So, but they are hilarious. So if you want to read some that are undead vampires, and also funny, It's by Mary Janice Davidson. And there's like a whole series of them. Let's see if I can. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember if I met her at one of the romance writer conventions or not. I don't know that I did. I think she was one that was not there. But so like undead and unwed, undead and unemployed, undead and unappreciated, undead and unreturnable, undead and unpopular, undead and uneasy. So there's at least 6, but and more than that, I think. But they are quite funny. So there's those. And I remember reading at least the first 4 or 5 and thinking that they were both funny and the romance worked. So always a plus. If you're doing a romantic comedy, it's a plus when both parts work. So if you need, I don't know if this would be like a comp title maybe that you could look into. If you want to have a comp title type of thing. So there you go. Becca says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Megan is here. Hello. You're doing a research in newspaper archives. This is dangerous work. Yes, because you can get lost in those for sure. Stacy says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Megan is also excited because the new Cornelia Funk continuation of the Inkheart series now has a release date, which is October 10th, and you're so excited. Yay. Monique is lolling, but I don't remember at what. Stacy says, I'm going to work on the Camp Nano workbook to try and help me figure out what I'm going to work on. This is a good idea. Yes. Which, speaking of which, I still have not gone to see what the camp flair for this year is. So let me see if there's a new camp flair. Is there? I do not see any. Are they not out? Is anybody? Yeah, the link for the Camp NaNoWriMo Flair does not go anywhere. So they may not have a design for this year. So they may be reverting just back to an older one in order to just have, I don't know. Anyway, Monique was lolling at the vampire titles for Mary Janice Davidson books. You read about you working on Bella's story. Okay, yes. For the story that you finished before. Now you're taking a break before starting a new one on Bella. This is for your YouTube channel. Gotcha. Okay. Excellent. So make sure, is it the YouTube channel under the name Diamond Jackson or is it under a different name? Monique says, the 5th book of my series is going to be called Kill the Bride, or You May Now Kill the Bride. Ooh, okay. I think You May Now Kill the Bride sounds a little bit more, I don't know if it's dramatic or melodramatic, but I like it better. Diamond says, nice, you love vampire books. Good. The plot of Drama of the Undead. Your hero gets hired as an extra for a movie and some weird supernatural things start happening. Nice. Yes. Okay, so yes, your YouTube channel is under the Diamond Jackson name. Okay, excellent. CB is here. Hello. Welcome. Are you recovering from your day out with, it wasn't Hamilton, Ghostbusters? There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull a card and then get to working, because I do need to shift these scenes around, and then I will be able to see whether or not the pacing has improved. Okay, we have the giraffe. We have the giraffe. Seeing the big picture. You find it in the booklet. There we go. All right, here is the giraffe. See the big picture. It has one of the it's like jewelry that I think is more Hindi in design. The sort of middle of the forehead. I think I've seen more of those sort of like the hair pieces that come down and then they have a really cool medallion. I think I've seen those more with Hindi people, but I could be mistaken, and I might be mistaken. I don't remember what they are called, but I feel like there's definitely a... Anyway. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When the giraffe appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it is time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view, opening your eyes to what others need or are experiencing. So open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture that you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you do not want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your eye at attention level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. The Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. So there you go. Very nice. It is that call to remember that we do not live in isolation, and that we should also consider others. So, because a lot of times we do get wrapped up into ourselves and our own little lives and worlds. And so it's good to remember that we are a part of a greater community, a part of a greater universe type of thing. And so it's good to sort of maybe pull ourselves out of our tiny little worlds, our insular worlds, especially as we have become much more insular in terms of a lot of us stay at home a lot. Introverts, calling myself out a little bit here. But yeah, so taking a bigger look around and making sure that we are considering others as well as ourselves. So probably CB, probably. Yeah. Trying to lay low a little bit. Monique drew the 3 of Swords from your Buffy Tarot deck. You love the design. Ooh, nice. I'm trying to remember, is that a card of heartbreak? 3 of Swords. Make this big so I can actually navigate it. View, navigation pane, not the major arcana. 3 of Swords. Sorrow, sadness, and grief. Heartbreak or overwhelming grief. Yes. If it's reversed, there's healing, recovery, and blessings in disguise. But in terms of upright, it is a sign of heartbreak. Okay, so you pulled from the Season of the Witch in bulk deck, you pulled Angelica. The bells have rung, chiming far and near. Underneath feathered wings, my dear, you have nothing to fear. Oh, I like that. That's cute. Cool Gamer says, hey, hello, welcome. Megan likes the giraffe card. I do too. It's a nice one. Stacy says, I love my Good Omens deck, but it takes a while to shuffle because they're a bit taller than my hands like for that thick of a deck. So you are not drawing a card from that deck today. That's the problem I have with the True Black deck, especially because the cards are thicker, so which means they're more durable and they'll last a lot longer, but they are hard for my short fingers to manipulate. So yeah. CB says they have updated in terms of Camp Nano. They've updated Facebook, but not Twitter or YouTube. Gotcha. Elizabeth is here. Hello. Hello. You missed the card. It was the giraffe, and its main message is to see the bigger picture. And the description of it was essentially remembering to not just look at yourself and your little contained world, but to look for what others are needing and experiencing as well. Remembering that you're a part of something bigger. So, yes, CB already told you. Thank you. Thank you, CB. Always looking out for us. All right, so now we have a card. So again, my first task is going to be moving around scenes to see if I can get the pacing to be fixed. And then I might do like Stacy and go back to the Nano workbooks to see if I can get a better idea of fixing the outline for the April project. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Also, again, don't forget the if you have not voted, where is it? Oh, I opened it twice. My bad. The thumbnail poll for today is, which Alchemy Lab would you choose? The one with the astrolabe on the left or the one with the potions on the right? And again, my hands are mirrored because of camera situation. So again, astrolabe on the left, potions on the right. Which lab would you choose? That is your poll for today, and will be up until the end of the second sprint. So you have some time to vote. All right, now let's go ahead and get, let's not hit the X. That would be good. I do not want to close my stream. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25 minutes. And make sure my volumes are up. Yes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I moved around most of the scenes that I was thinking about, and I think it will work. Let me see how much I wrote in the after I moved things around. No, I've gone too far. I missed wherever the turnoff. There it is. Okay. I wrote 540 words after I moved things around. So add that to my tracker. Okay. Give myself a marker so I know where to just highlight the last word. That's all I do. Sometimes 2 words if it's a short word. But I just highlight so that I know where to check from. But anyway, so save. Let's see. How are y'all doing? We had a couple people pop in. So Bethany is here. Hello. Welcome. Sophie is also here. Hello. Bethany says, doing well. A little tired, but nothing coffee can't fix. Right? Yeah. Monique is picking out songs for the show within a show. The modern version of Phantom of the Opera will be laughably bad. Diamond says you're still working on the billionaire story, but it's going really good so far. Excellent. It's getting really juicy. Nice. CB says you're not a fan of Phantom of the Opera at all. You've seen it once and did not enjoy it. Did you see it in theater or in cinema? The book was much better. I have tried to read the book, and maybe I know that I read like a Goosebumps version of Goosebumps has a version of Phantom of the Opera, right? Yes, it does. Phantom of the Auditorium. I remember this as a kid, and I think I was constantly comparing the real Phantom of the Opera to Phantom of the Auditorium. And so it did not go well in my head in terms of finally reading the original. And I like my brain did not want to leave the Goosebumps behind, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I think because the first one I encountered was the Goosebumps. I always sort of like had that in the back of my head when I was reading the proper one. However, the music, love. I think the only movie version of it that I have seen might have been the Gerard Butler one, which, I mean, he did a decent job, I will say, of singing. I did not think he would, but so there's that. And then I have seen the play version in theater. I saw it at the Fox Theater in Atlanta, and it was very nice. They had the chandelier that like moved and crashed and stuff, and I was not expecting that. So that was they had on like a cable or something, but it was a surprise, and that was kind of fun. But yeah, so I've seen it in theater, and it was fantastic. Again, I'm not entirely sure who the actors for those for that show was, but and I have very fond memories of singing me attempting to sing, and then my actually like choir trained besties singing the heck out of the songs, and me just going yay. Well, because I have friends who are very good. So I think one of my best friends is a soprano 2, not a soprano 1, but a soprano 2, but can get up there. And so she would play the Christine part. But yeah, so I have very fond memories of singing Phantom with them in the car, at home, at karaoke, whatever. So yeah. Cheers. So CB, I am sorry that your exposure to Phantom of the Opera is not good. That you've not had a fun one, but I have enjoyed it. Rachel is here. Hello, welcome. Just finished lunch and now time for work. Yay. Also, I asked how the eye was doing. Monique likes the Royal Albert Hall version of Phantom. Rachel's eye is doing good. You're taking breaks for it. So far, the allergies have not affected it, which is good. Very good. Yeah, I've had a couple days where the eyeballs were not happy because of pollen. You think because you saw Les Mis first, that's why Les Mis is your favorite musical. Gotcha. You love Phantom of the Opera for all the wrong reasons. Yes. This time tomorrow, you're going to be on your way to or about to leave for Edinburgh. Nice. Rachel says, have fun to Sibby. Megan made yourself a hot beverage. That's Sprint. Excellent. Megan also says CB's trip sounds fun. CB only really likes 4 songs from Phantom: The Overture, Angel of Music, Think of Me, and Masquerade. I gotta say I love the whole soundtrack. I love it. Except for maybe the I didn't necessarily enjoy the monkey music box part. And that may have only been a thing from the movie soundtrack, but I don't enjoy that sort of tinny sound. Anyway, CB says 256 words. That's nice. Megan also read about a relative of John Wilkes Booth who was offed by his wife because he was so terrible. The newspapers say he was proud of his heritage. Good for the wife. Elizabeth says, I love singing Think of Me. I can only hit a few notes, but it's fun anyway, right? Yes. I think I'm solidly an alto. If I was anything, if I could sing on tune, I would be an alto. CB says, I'll be leaving for the library in about 15 minutes. Excellent. Hopefully you enjoy the trip and the library. Monique says to Megan, now I just want to listen to Assassins. Fair point. Stacy says, I was watching the video that is to accompany the workbook and just got to the workbook part of the video. How many minutes in was it? CB says, I saw Phantom in theater and you were fighting with a friend and it was on a school trip. That might have also sort of tainted the memory then. Rachel loves the music from Android Lloyd Webber, Music of the Night, Think of Me, Masquerade, all of it. So I think for some of us, we know what soundtrack we're going to pull out for this afternoon, right? Right? It's somewhere over there in my music, so I'll get it out later. CB says, I'm planning to see Starlight Express at some point when your mother is over. Gotcha. The play is very different from the original story, but I still love it. I think I want to say I don't know that I have ever fully, because I've only seen the play and the movie version. I don't know that I have seen a book accurate version. The original novel was Gaston Leroux. Yeah. The chandelier is kind of the entire point of the musical. Maybe not the entire point, but it is there for dramatic effect for sure. The miniseries with Charles Dance Charles' dance was also good. I will have to look it up. Also, whole different story. Elizabeth says, I really liked the play, didn't like the movie. I think I liked the sort of like the masquerade dance. The choreography in it. It's gorgeous. I think I like the cinematography of the movie, not necessarily the acting, if you will. Yeah. Stacy's favorite musical is either Guys and Dolls or 1776. Ooh, what is it? Do I have a favorite musical? Ooh, I like a whole lot of what is it, Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, from like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, of course. I just like completely blanked on the name. Julie Andrews. Sound of Music. Is that right? Yes. I think. Lord, my brain just like completely dumped the name of that outside. Anyway, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers was good. Sound of Music was good. I've seen several others, but those are the two that sort of like stick out in my childhood memory. I loved Grease. Grease was, I think, my first. Between Grease and West Side Story, for sort of like contemporary, I want to say contemporary musicals, were the first two that I saw of those kind of things. And of the two, I think Grease is my favorite. I mean, West Side Story is also really good, but I think there's something special about Grease. I'm pretty sure I have also seen My Fair Lady, but it was not a huge favorite for me. Megan says, I have such a limited range, and my range is also on the lower side. Yeah. It's tragic because you love singing soprano songs, right? CB's favorite stage musical is Les Mis. Gotcha. Okay. 23 minutes into a 42-minute video is when the workbook portion actually starts. Oh, goodness. That's a lot. First musical you ever saw was Joseph. Gotcha. Rachel's already looking up the music for it. Nice. CB's favorite Andrew Lloyd Webber musical is Starlight Express, which I don't think I have seen. So Chandelier represents the Phantom's vengeance and jealousy. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers was your grandmother's favorite musical? Yes. I think this is in regards to Sound of Music. Yeah. Sound of Music has a huge anniversary next year, I'm sure. Stacy's problem is you're an alto, but you play flute, so you perform the soprano part. That can be difficult. Ooh, yeah. That would be confusing in your brain, because then when you're sort of like running it through in your head, do you think in terms of like flute notes, or do you think in terms of voice notes that you can't necessarily reach? That's confusing. But I'm sure a problem that there's probably a lot of musicians that have that. So, but yeah, that would be confusing. That would be very confusing. Sako, hello. Welcome. Heather is here. Hello. Megan also says hi to Sako, and Sako says, hey, Megan. Elizabeth says, I grew up watching Grease and you were in love with John Travolta, but you still cannot pick a favorite musical. Singing in the Rain is another close contender. Ooh, yeah, that one's good too. That is good. Ooh. CB says, I'm soprano 1 and play clarinet. Nice. Yeah. It has never, like, because I describe myself as half tone deaf. Half the time I can tell I'm off, and half the time I can't, but I'm usually off 99% of the time. I I have never had much sense of rhythm either. So like I learned to play the piano, but not very well. We had like the plastic recorders and that kind of stuff, but I never was very good at them, so I never got invited to like be in the choir. or like do the advanced studies because I was really not good. And so I don't have a huge amount of reference in terms of like how musicality stuff works. So unfortunate. I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I had inherited those genes from my dad's side of the family, but I didn't. Megan can't pick out a favorite musical either. There's just too many great ones. There are really a lot of good ones. There are. I don't think Cats is one of them. I'm just going to say that. I do not think Cats is one of the good ones. Maybe controversial opinion there, but Monique says, I love a lot of musicals. What comes to mind at the moment are Hamilton and Hadestown. Yeah, Hamilton, I think, is going to be one of the ones from this modern era that goes down and sort of becomes the classic. Stevie says, I don't think I've ever seen Singing in the Rain all the way through, but you are going to be seeing Hamilton tomorrow. Excellent. Rachel's musical repertoire leans towards Disney villains. I can't blame you there. I cannot blame you. They have some really, really good songs. Like Ursula's Poor Unfortunate Souls. Love it. And it's in my range. So, yes. And also the Hyenas song from Lion King, that has no business being so good. Like really, really, Disney like has some really, really good villain songs. Anyway, Heather says, agreed. I love so many, but I'm a huge Sondheim fan. Brooke has got to go into a meeting, but you'll be right back. All right. Favorite musical might have to be Into the Woods, the stage version. Ooh, okay, that's another good one. Keiko says, hi, hello, welcome. Charlie is here. Hey, welcome. But I see later you say, I'm technically at work, so I'm technically not here. So hey on the download, right? The chat took too long again to show up. Oh no. Rachel says, Cats is just poetry, so yeah, I would agree on that. CB has seen Cats twice. The movie sucked, sorry, but the stage show was awesome. Gotcha. I know your future favorite musical, Crybaby with Johnny Depp. Ooh. That's a good one. Be prepared is a favorite for you. Yes. Yes, Sweeney Todd. Oh, I forgot about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang being a musical. Like sometimes the fact that they're a musical just like slips my brain because it's a good story, right? Sweeney Todd and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Yes. The Man of La Mancha. Yeah. I think I would prefer the first two of these before the Man of La Mancha, but that's just, again, childhood nostalgia there. Stacey says, oh, I cannot sing. I try and fail miserably, and my voice has only gotten worse as I've gotten older. I cannot sing well on my own. Like I have to have somebody, like something there to guide me. Otherwise, it's just really, really off. But yeah. Heather says, I have feelings about the movie version of Into the Woods. Essentially, it's broken. Oh no. Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame still sends chills. Yes. It has no business being right. Yeah. YouTube's new layout. a lot of people don't have it, and I wonder why. They're probably beta testing it on you. And yeah. Favorite Johnny Depp film, Sweeney Todd, because it has that makes sense for you, CB. Yes. Phantom of the Opera was your first date that your hubby took you on, so for that reason, Phantom. A very good reason. Man of La Mancha is one of your favorites, probably one of your favorites of the three you listed. I know I have more, but I just can't remember them at the moment. Yes. Elizabeth agrees. Alan Rickman makes every movie better. Yes. Les Mis is the first show you sang pretty much all the way through in choir too, so for that reason, Les Mis. Nice. In the beginning of May, Heather's going to go see a professional production of Sweeney Todd. Ooh, that could be fun. It'd be very fun. I just realized it's 2:00 and we've only done one sprint. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because I have enjoyed the conversation. Okay. So real quick, again, the poll is still up for for the thumbnail poll. So again, I'm going to show it to you. Not that one. This one. Here is the Alchemy Lab options, the Astrolabe Lab on the left, and the lab on the right. Which Alchemy Lab would you prefer? So this poll is going to stay up through the end of this sprint, and then we'll end the poll. So take your opportunity to vote for which Alchemy Lab you would prefer. And we are also going to, now I can share the timer. Also, don't forget, the second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something that you want to promote, make sure that you do so during this sprint. So that means your YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social media handles, etc. All that good stuff that is writing adjacent. Please remember to share, especially if you have books out soon, books out recently, or books on sale. Let us know where to find you and your books. So here we go. Regular reminders. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for the posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Sorry, I disappeared for a minute there. Needed to answer a phone call. But how did we do? Did we do good? I hope so. I feel like I did okay. And I did. I got 1,000 words. I'm about 122 words away from moving a sticky. So we shall get that next sprint. Save. All right. Again, if you have not voted for the poll, the thumbnail poll of which Alchemy Lab you prefer, it's a tight race at the moment. Again, Astrolabe Alchemy Lab on the left and Potions Alchemy Lab on the right. Which one would you prefer? And I will close that after we go through all the self promos. But anyway, so there's a little bit more talk about musicals. And Megan says, if you're curious about ableism, check out Megan's latest post. Here is the Substack link for Ableism 101, Recognizing and Resisting, or you can check out all of the things that Megan does there on the link tree. Heather says, do you want to add horses to your story world? And if so, have you ever been around them? If not, you may want to think about hiring an authenticity reader. Heather posted on your Substack newsletter this week about writing horses and how an authenticity reader can help. So here's the link for that. Charlie says, join me today at 5 p.m. Eastern for creativity and chaos on my channel as I work more on my behemoth sci-fi setting. So here is the link for that. Megan says, oh yay, Charlie, something for me to do after this. Yes. Megan says, wow, my ableism post is on track to become my third most popular post this year. People like my highly researched post, it seems, which is good to know. Yes, it is good to know. It is already in the number 3 spot. Woot! Now it just needs to magically overtake spot number 2. Yes. Rachel says, my Facebook group for readers and writers. Here is Magic and Mischief group. And also here is Rachel's Ream Stories link, Magical Mischief. Rachel will be closing the ARC applications this week for the Vampire's Dragon. Here's the form if you are interested in becoming an ARC reader. Megan tried brainstorming that sprint, but you also took the dogs outside. Hopefully they were appreciative. Diamond says, still working on my text story and it's getting more juicier than before. Excellent. Stacy says, I went through the workbook. I don't think this is going to be so helpful other than scheduling days. Good to know. Good to know. All right, y'all. I guess my self-promo is just that if you are not subscribed, please consider it. That is my promo. And let's go ahead and end the poll. And so the Astrolabe on the left won 52% to the Potions Lab 47%. So it was a lot closer tie between these two than the Library of Choice from Monday. I keep saying yesterday, but it wasn't yesterday. It was Mondays. Still, Astrolabe is the winner. All right. And again, I do not have the poll up yet, but let me show you what Friday's poll options are going to be, so you can be prepared. Again, the poll is not up yet, but which reading buddy would you choose? Would you choose our owl librarian or the little bookworm? Owl librarian, who maybe can help you with your homework, or the baby bookworm. Your choice. But again, the poll is not open yet. That's for Friday. So those are your options on Friday's poll. And let's go ahead and get us set up for one more sprint. Megan says the dogs were very appreciative. Princess barked at every child on a bike, trying to make them fall over. Nessie was just happy to smell all the interesting smells. Gotcha. Literati medium. Hello, hello. Welcome. Here for some productivity sprints. Excellent. We've got at least one more. Rachel says, I want to keep going, but I'm forcing myself to take a break this round. Gotcha. Megan says, oh yeah, the owl. I worry the dragon bookworm would accidentally light the pages on fire. Oh no. Stacy says, I want the baby toothless. Alrighty. So let's do the babbling book this time. This will make it the third sprint. Okay, so here's your reminders. 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good timing. I just finished a section. Alrighty. Let's see how I did that time. Okay, good. I got another 1,000, which means I can move the sticky. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. Heather has been working in Canva, getting some other admin stuff done. Excellent. Brooke is back. Yay. Excellent. Thug is headed out. You've got a physical to be at in half an hour, but the clinic is just 5 minutes away, though. It's okay. They may have you fill out paperwork and stuff. So, let's see. Diane is still working on it, but the story is going pretty well so far. You may not be done until Friday. You love these stories that you're doing. Excellent. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Literati Medium says you spent that sprint reading. Excellent. Reading is a fun way to recharge your creativity. Stacy finished the workbook. Since you've finished the workbook, you're going through your Amazon wish lists and cleaning things out. I have not done that in a long time, so I probably should do that because I know there's some stuff that's just not available anymore. So, Megan says, since I'm still brainstorming, I just want to be writing. Well, maybe by the time that Charlie's stream happens, you'll be able to be on the writing train. Heather got up, walked around, got yourself some water, did some cleaning in the kitchen. Now to do some planning. Excellent. All right, y'all. I think that is going to be it for me today. The weather is actually nice, so I might be able to get a walk in today. It's been rainy the last 2 days, so. All right, so I'm going to save my document and my word tracker so that those are both saved. Megan says, I hope so. Ideas are elusive. They can be sometimes, yes. Yes, they can. All right. So I will be back on Friday with another stream and another thumbnail poll. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep doing the thumbnail polls for all of April, and that might be a thing that I do. But yeah. So I know one weekend in April I'm not going to be doing a Sunday stream because I'm going to be going to the Renaissance Festival. So I also have to figure out that. So Heather says it's been raining for at least 30 minutes. The apartment is so dark. Oh no. Oh no. All right. So again, thank you very much. I will see y'all soon. If I don't see you in the chats, I will see you on Friday. And yeah, don't forget Charlie's stream is at 5 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I think that's right. So yeah, I will see y'all soon. Thank you very much and see y'all laters.